Yeah, so if you look around the world today, productivity growth has been rather disappointing. After a brief uptick in the US uh, between roughly 95 and 2004, productivity growth has been disappointing. It's been disappointing in Europe, and it's even been disappointing in China, not least since the Great Recession, where by some estimates it even turned into negative territory. And I think what US and China obviously has many differences, both in economic and political systems, but they do, I think, share a common feature in that more power is being centralized. And so in China, I think after the opening in the late 1970s, it's fair to say that much of the growth was facilitated by the fact that provincial governors had a large degree of autonomy, and so they could experiment with different institutions. The party retained a monopoly over promotion within the party system, and it set growth targets, and essentially governors would compete for positions inside the party on the basis of meeting growth targets. And since the 2010s, more power has been centralized in Beijing. In particular, industrial policy, which was used to be more local, has become increasingly centralized. Objectives are not no longer just focused on economic growth, but other political priorities such as technological self-sufficiency and national security. And because private firms are often not very keen on pursuing objectives that are not economic, China is once more dependent on state-owned enterprises, which also have more political power by having seats, inside the party. In the United States, as you know very well on this podcast, market concentration has been going up. Spending on lobbying has been going up since the 1990s. We see, a range of anti-competitive practices, whether it's, patent examiners at the USPTO granting low-quality patents and then moving into work for technology incumbents that they've granted these patents to. You see, some outright killer acquisitions whereby incumbents buy up, promising firms just to shut them down, and other practices too. And so there's been a growing concentration across most industries, and that has gone hand in hand with less dynamism, less entry, even in the technology sector. And I think that's part of the reason why growth has slowed.
It seems to me, and maybe you disagree with this formulation, that we're in this period of change in the relationship between corporate power and government power, with tariffs, with the government taking stakes in companies, with the government controlling more of what corporations do. Is there any historical analogy for where the United States is right now, or is this uncharted territory?
So I think, going back to the 2000s, many people predict that, China would become more like the United States. Now it looks like, the United States is becoming more like China. I mean, in terms of historical parallels, I think the closest I can think of would be the Gilded Age, but with the difference that during that period, you had these grassroots movements, you had, eventually push for reform, you had, the emergence of a meritocratic civil service. Now events are going in the opposite direction, right? And so the civil service is being uh, completely handicapped in its ability to carry out its tasks by the Trump um, administration. I think what's happening in the United States is that you're seeing more power being concentrated in the hands of the executive, but then without increasingly the civil service to actually be able to execute and implement um, on those policies. And so a key difference between China and Russia today is that in Russia, well, most of the political power is in the hands of one person, but he doesn't have the state capacity to implement many of his wishes. In China, meritocratic civil service means that the state is much more able to implement its policies, and I think the United States is probably starting to look more like Russia than China in that regard.